Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Agent J.J. Vickers.
Hi, I'm Danielle Burns with Keller Williams, and here are some of my listings. If you're looking to buy or sell, give me a call. I'm happy to help.
Fire, smoke, or water damage? Let Bryant Restoration take the stress out of the situation. We have over 75 years of combined construction and restoration experience. We are locally owned and work with all insurance companies. Call us anytime. We are open 24/7. You can reach Bryant Restoration at 986-3260 or online at bryantrestorationco.com.
Hi, I'm Julie Pratt, and I would love to help you plan for retirement. At Belgrade Financial in Deloge, we work to build a financial plan that will focus on your individual needs. Retirement doesn't have to be hard. Let me work for you. Come see me today at Belgrade Financial Services in Deloge.
Hi, I'm Sean Paul, attorney at law here in Bonne Terre, and I have an office in St. Louis. I practice in the area of bankruptcy law, Chapter 7, Chapter 13, and family law. Family law generally is child support, divorce, and other related family issues. So call me today if you need some help, 314-827-4027.
The UniTec Career Center, where we offer tomorrow's training today. We provide job training in industries that need you. Juniors and seniors from area schools can participate in great programs like radio TV, graphic design, culinary, nursing, computer networking, welding, machine tool, construction, residential wiring, computer maintenance, automotive, collision repair, outdoor power equipment, and robotics. Ask your counselor today how you can enroll at the UniTec Career Center.
Keep us running on those commercials and make sure we are with you.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Agent J.J. Vickers.
Hi, I'm Danielle Burns with Keller Williams, and here are some of my listings. If you're looking to buy or sell, give me a call. I'm happy to help.
Fire, smoke, or water damage, let Bryant Restoration take the stress out of the situation. We have over 75 years of combined construction and restoration experience. We are locally owned and work with all insurance companies. Call us anytime. We are open 24/7. You can reach Bryant Restoration at 986-3260 or online at bryantrestorationco.com.
Hi, I'm Julie Pratt, and I would love to help you plan for retirement. At Belgrade Financial in Deloge, we work to build a financial plan that will focus on your individual needs. Retirement doesn't have to be hard. Let me work for you. Come see me today at Belgrade Financial Services in Deloge.
Hi, I'm Sean Paul, attorney at law here in Bonne Terre, and I have an office in St. Louis. I practice in the area of bankruptcy law, Chapter 7, Chapter 13, and family law. Family law generally is child support, divorce, and other related family issues. So call me today if you need some help, 314-827-4027.
The UniTec Career Center, where we offer tomorrow's training today. We provide job training in industries that need you. Juniors and seniors from area schools can participate in great programs like radio TV, graphic design, culinary, nursing, computer networking, welding, machine tool, construction, residential wiring, computer maintenance, automotive, collision repair, outdoor power equipment, and robotics. Ask your counselor today how you can enroll at the UniTec Career Center.
Good evening. We are the UniTec Digital Media Career Center, and I'm Sawyer Wampler.
I'm Rico Marler.
And I'm Aubrey Brewster.
And tonight we will be broadcasting the results from the St. Francis County General Municipal Election. So, where do we want to start?
I say we take a look at the Health Board.
Health Board. Health Board, for Board of Trustee 4-year term, there are 3 spots open. Incumbents running are Victoria Damba and John Jack Poston, and running against them are Debbie Hain, Jennifer Crouch, and Drew Allen Wheatley.
Mm-hmm. Do we know of any write-ins?
No.
We don't know of any write-ins, no. But there has only been one on the absentee ballot. Would you like to talk about Dr. Damba, since your father?
This, I cannot confirm if it is her or her husband that's actually my father's doctor.
Could be.
I do not know much about them to feel good enough to talk about them. Don't want to discredit anyone.
Well, Miss Damba has a associate nursing degree from Mineral Area College and is married to Dr. Dwayne Damba, the dueling doctors as they call them. She got her bachelor's in biology from Truman State University. When asked what she feels she accomplished in office, she said, quote, I feel I contributed positively to the decisions our health board makes regarding the public health of St. Francis County residents.
I see. Is there any other candidates you'd like to talk about?
Talk about the incumbents first. You want to talk about Jack Poston?
Jack, everybody knows Jack. Where's
Yeah.
this thing on here?
Yes.
Sawyer, where did you get this?
It's the next page.
Well, we've got the 21-year member of the St. Francis County Health Board, Jack Poston, and is the current chairman. Has a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and a Master's degree, plus an Elementary Administration / Supervision from Southeast Missouri State University. Go MSU. Retired educator, he has worked 31 years in North County School District and has served 2 terms on the North County Board of Education, which I think, is he up for re-election on the Education Board as well?
He left the board a year or two ago.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
he was basically doing everything in the county.
Yeah.
Glad to see he is still helping with the county and moving on to bigger things, it might seem.
Let's talk about the people who are running against the incumbents. First of all,
yes.
Miss Debbie Hain.
Debbie Hain, okay.
She's been married for 43 years to her husband, Howard.
Yes, a faithful.
She has 2 sons and 2 grandchildren. She's been a registered nurse since 1977. She has been a registered nurse for almost as long as my mother has been alive.
Almost as long as mine
And
has,
then
too.
she is very dedicated to her work. And she became a women's health nurse practitioner since 1992. Aubrey, do you want to talk about women's health?
Yes. Would you?
Oh, well, I'm really glad that we have people focusing on women's health because they're mostly, they've been overlooked because of history, especially African American women. That's what I know about women's health. I'm not a doctor or planning to be one, I should say.
Thank you. Let's see. I'll cover Miss Jennifer Crouch.
Thank you.
She's a first-time candidate, having graduated from Farmington High School in 2005. She earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology from Truman State University and graduated in 2009 with her MD in 2009 with her Bachelor of Science, and in 2013 graduated with her MD from the University of Missouri-Columbia School of Medicine. She completed her residency in internal medicine, Universal Hospital, and clinics in Columbia, Missouri in 2016. She currently works as a primary care physician in Farmington and is board certified in internal medicine. Seems pretty qualified to me. You want to talk about Mr. Drew Allen Wheatley?
I think there's some more things we could touch on about Jennifer. She seems to be a very controversial candidate.
Yes, she does. She's very open about her political stance, as she is part of the St. Francis County Conservative Club.
Yes.
She also attends St. Joseph Catholic Church in Farmington and is a member of the American College of Physicians, Christian Medical and Dental Association.
So who else do we have to look at?
We have
here?
Drew Allen Wheatley for our
Is he the Air Force?
Yes, he's the Air Force candidate.
All right, we got another first-time candidate, Drew Allen. He is a retired U.S. Air Force Senior Master Sergeant of 21 years. He's a member of the Disabled American Veterans, VFW, American Legion, and Air Force Association. When he was asked about why he's seeking election, he responded with, "The past 12 years, I have been a DV officer, helping veterans file for education, medical, disability compensation, and death benefits. I have seen many people with health concerns and feel that even though I am not in the medical field, I will bring sight from a lay position."
Do you want to talk about why you may be rooting for this specific candidate, Rico?
I don't really want to show bias, but it has come abundantly clear that in our community, people with disabilities, especially those with physical disabilities, seem to be lacking in accessibility.
Facilities.
Yes, in facilities. I don't want to say with certainty, but it is almost at levels where we would be separate but equal from the segregation era, from the civil rights era, I should say.
Bringing civil rights into disabilities. Rico Marler, everyone.
Yes, everybody has civil rights though, Sawyer.
We have the absentee unofficial results here.
As of 6:30.
As of 6:30, because there's a lack of updating. They have in first place with 292 votes Jennifer Crouch, What some of us dub as the most controversial candidate because her openness with politics on the board.
Hold on. We have
Deloge just came in.
We have
Deloge
new
just came
unofficial
in.
results.
New
We have new poll
unofficial
results.
And Deloge
Unofficial.
too. They're unofficial results, but Deloge just came in.
Ooh, Deloge did come in. Well, let's wait. Let's just do absentee only,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about Deloge later.
Okay.
Okay.
In second place behind Jennifer Crouch, we have Debbie Hain with 250 votes.
Mm-hmm.
And then in third place, Victoria Damba, with 246 votes. Those three together make up a majority of the electorate here in St. Francis County with a total of 64%. But it's still early in the evening, and it could be anyone's game.
Do you have, well, polls have closed a
Yes,
while ago
polls
now.
close at 7.
Yes, so 49 minutes ago.
Hmm.
How long do you think it might take for them to give us an official count?
Maybe 8:15.
Yeah, at the latest, maybe.
Wish we could know who that one write-in is.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, do we want to talk about the unexpired term candidates?
Sure.
Sure thing.
Okay, for the unexpired term, we have the appointee, Miss Laura Lynn Rasnick, and going against her is Sarah Jones Labrat. Miss Rasnick of Deloge is a registered nurse and has a master's degree in nursing with a specialty in health policy. She is running to retain her unexpired term when she is appointed due to a vacancy. Why she decided to run for re-election, she said, as a lifelong candidate of St. Francis County, I know the health and environmental struggles the community and the community had and continues to have. The health department has an important role in monitoring all types of environmental and health-related issues that impact the community and their families that live in this community. And she's also a maternal child nurse, so she could be advocating for many different. She's advocating for environmental health. She's advocating for children's health. She's a member of the opioid task force to battle some of the opioid epidemics that happen around here in the county. So she's a pretty well-rounded candidate, I would say.
Definitely a safe bet.
Safe bet.
Something I would feel comfortable with. Somebody for the county, from the county.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go ahead and talk about Miss Labrat?
Yes. Where would she be at?
Page 9.
Page 9. Oh my God, Sawyer.
He's really bad at keeping his pages together.
Because I have to check for things.
Yeah.
My God. My God. Thank you for... Oh God, what did you do right here? Well, we have Sarah LeBron. She is a first-time candidate from Valley Mines. She graduated from North County in 2004 and earned a doctorate of chiropractics in 2013 from Logan University College of Chiropractics. She finished her master's in sports science and rehabilitation in 2015. LeBron's fiance is Todd Renshaw. The couple have 4 children, Ben, Emma, Collie, and Carson. Probably mispronounced one of her children's names, but oh well. This is her first time to run for public office. When she was asked why she decided to run, she responded with, I have not run for office outside of school before. However, I have been in a leadership position since my sophomore year in high school. Through graduate school, upon graduation, I was given the Student Doctor Award for my leadership. She has practiced for 7 years now and has been practicing back. She has been practicing back to St. Francis County for about 2 years. She used to work in the city on athletes of all levels, which widened her perspective, according to her, on healthcare and needs of different regions and people's ways of living.
So could we say that she's also a very versatile candidate and she's for everyone?
Yes.
And she says here, over the last year, she has recognized the need for we the people to be heard, and I want to give them a voice in our local healthcare system. So I feel like she might open the way for minorities in the community, be them racial, political.
I feel like her
able minorities. I think that she might open the door for them to have a bigger voice in the community that they so desperately need.
Now, how many seats are open exactly on the 3? Sorry, I can see that now.
For the Board of Trustee, there's 3 4-year terms open, and then there's a 3-year unexpired term that will be up in 2024.
Ooh. Now, I feel like if her and Wheatley were to possibly get on the board, I feel like we could open up the possibility for a lot of different changes within our healthcare system around here.
Granted, we don't know what those changes would be, but we can get a general idea from our articles.
We couldn't know what they could be, but we know that they would be possible.
Let's switch over to the absentee unofficial results for the trustee 3-year unexpired term. In first place, we have Laura Lynn Rasnick with 264 votes. 56.29% of the vote. And then Sarah Jones LeBrot, 202 votes, 43.07%. Now those percentages may seem large, but that is only a 62 vote difference with 3 write-ins and 72 undervotes, so anything can really happen here tonight.
That is out of a total of 541 ballots. Now, there were some interesting other things on these ballots. I think we might have them in right now, at least.
Deloge is 1 and 2.
Do we want to talk about the 911 talking dispatch tax and
yes,
the board of directors for the 911
one section
dispatch?
of healthcare to another?
Yes, they are. Do you want to go ahead with the
I think
sub-district 2?
You got that covered. You seem to be more well-rounded in local matters than I might right now.
Currently, there are 3 people vying for 2 seats for sub-district number 2 for the board of directors. Incumbent is David B. Pratt. Mr. Pratt is the chief of Big River and Bonne Terre Fire Department. He has lived on Ward Street in Bonne Terre for 40 of his 67 years of life. He is 67 years young. He is retired from the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency.
Ooh.
He is a North County High School graduate, has studied at the University of Missouri-Columbia and Mineral Area College, and has served the community in his involvement in the fire service going on 57 years. That is amazing.
That is.
57 years. He had to be 10. He said he's seeking re-election because he wants to continue being a part of the improvements in the 911 Health Center. He says he's qualified as a board member at the 911 Health Center, as well as being a fire chief for 15 years and 57 years of fire service out in the field. He's been involved with the Ozark firefighters for 20 years, local backstoppers of St. Francis County, and has represented fire chiefs of 13 fire departments in St. Francis County. This guy covers a lot of ground.
Yes, and keeps it safe.
He keeps it safe. There's probably a reason he's incumbent. He probably does his job well. And he's also a member of the Firefighters Association of Missouri.
Ooh.
And then running against him are Bill Stegall and Keegan Gravett, or Gravett. I do not know how that's pronounced. I apologize.
If he is watching, please correct us.
Stegall is 51 of Bonne Terre, and he is a policeman. So I think it would be interesting to have on the ballot a fireman and policeman, and Mr. Gravett is a insurance advisor. Oh. So we have 3 different specialties when it comes to 911 dispatch. We have the insurance side, the firefighter side, and the police side.
All very important.
All very, very important. Stegall is 51. He graduated from North County High School and continued his education through MAC. He possesses a Class A Peace Officer's license.
Ooh.
He said he wants to join the board of directors to help in any way he can further the goals, the benefits of the Communication Center, and provide to those who serve and are dispatchers and first responders. He pointed to his 26-year service as law enforcement as an asset to help build an even better system. He has been married to Kat Stegall for 25 years. Happy 25 years, maybe 26 this year.
Sometime soon, hopefully.
And they have 2 children, Gina and Charlie, now in their 20s. Good for them. You want to talk about Keegan?
No. There is actually something that is a...
Is there something interesting on the absentee?
More.
On Deloge 1?
On our Deloge 1.
Yeah, this is the unofficial Deloge.
The
unofficial Deloge 1 ballot.
Mm-hmm. We have what may come as a surprise to some
Are we talking about Health Board?
The Health Board, yeah.
Health Board.
Because the Health Board has different numbers.
It does, yes. We seem to have Jack Poston taking the lead with, who is it here? Sorry.
91 votes, Jack Poston.
To Crouch is 72.
And then in third is Drew Allen Wheatley.
Ah.
Now, something interesting right now in Deloge 1 is that Drew Allen Wheatley and Debbie Hain are separated by only 4 votes.
That is definitely a tight race right there.
So it's a very tight race. And then down in our trustee 3-year unexpired term, there's a little bit more of a disparity. Rasnick has 81 votes, and Ms. LeBrot has 65 votes. Now, that's a difference of 16 votes. So do we think that LeBrot could potentially catch up to Rasnick?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I mean, it's still,
anyone's game still.
It's very much still anyone's game.
But we are drawing close to 8 o'clock.
Yes, we are. Back to the absentee ballots, we'll talk about the board of directors and the combined question about the tax, because there is a 911 talking and dispatch tax. Since 2014, there has been a tax in place. It's a sales tax of 3/8 of 1% for the purpose of funding the operation and maintenance, central call taking, and providing of dispatching of fire protection, emergency services, law enforcement, emergency telephone services, and other emergency services in the county. They had to establish this tax and are wishing to keep it because of the lack of landlines in the county, because there used to be a landline tax.
Did not know that.
I'm guessing many people are wanting to vote yes on this because we want to continue to get help from our firefighters, our local law enforcement, and our paramedics, and everyone in between.
Yes, so that would be a beneficial thing.
And Subdistrict 2 with Pratt, Stegall, and Gravette. On the absentee ballot side, it is currently David Pratt and Bill Stegall in the top with 121 and 113 votes respectively. Mr. Gravette has 39 votes only, but he can still come back, hopefully, because you never know. And then
check for updates.
Check for updates.
Yes,
and then
sir.
over here, there's a Subdistrict 1. We would be reporting on that, but it's a vote for 2. So there are 2 candidates, and there are only 2 candidates here, and there's 2 other write-ins. If you don't like either candidate, that may be something personal to you. There are 2 write-ins, Tim Array or Tim Porter and Ginger Taylor. I suspect both of them will win, as write-in candidates generally don't do very well during elections.
Speaking of write-ins, weren't there 2 areas that exclusively had write-ins for
yes, there
certain
were.
areas?
There were 2 areas. Let's see. Let me find them here. Let's talk about the city of Bismarck for a second. For Alderman Ward 1 in Bismarck.
You have a unique issue.
It is a very unique issue because there is no one running for that spot, but it is an open seat.
Is there a current incumbent, or is it just empty?
It's just empty.
Wild.
I'm trying to find it here.
Do we have any
It
results?
should be on the unofficial.
Total value.
Bismarck Alderman 1. There are no votes yet, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, Bismarck is going to take a little more time since it's a little bit further away from the county.
This is true.
But for Ward 2 with incumbent Amy Gale Wiley, she is currently winning by 3 votes with 100% of the votes. So good for her. 3 votes in Bismarck. I'm sure more will come in as the evening goes on.
Yes.
I think that right now might be a good time to take a break.
Yes.
Let you take some commercials from our sponsors while we wait for more numbers to come in.
Thank you for voting today.
Thank you for voting. It was
continuing democracy.
It was continuing democracy. It was my first day voting. I went to vote with my mom. I saw one of the North County councilors there. She was working the polling center. Hello to Miss Combe if you're watching.
Yes, hello.
Sorry, table.
And somebody with us tonight has a special tradition with every time she's gone to vote.
My 3rd election. What's my special tradition?
Don't you? Isn't
I dress
isn't
up.
it a family affair with your family?
Yes, my mom and I go voting together, and
every year so far.
Every year so far, yeah.
See, that is something special. Usually, families are very separated.
Well,
on politics.
I even drove. I picked her up from school today, and I drove her to the election polling place, and we voted today. Yeah.
So your mother is a teacher?
Yes, my mother is a teacher.
How long has she been teaching our local kids?
22 years, I think.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Janisha's been teaching that long.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have wrote her in tonight for the education board. And with that, we shall take it to commercials. Thank you.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Agent J.J. Vickers.
Hi, I'm Danielle Burns with Keller Williams, and here are some of my listings. If you're looking to buy or sell, give me a call. I'm happy to help.
Fire, smoke, or water damage, let Bryant Restoration take the stress out of the situation. We have over 75 years of combined construction and restoration experience. We are locally owned and work with all insurance companies. Call us anytime. We are open 24/7. You can reach Bryant Restoration at 986-3260 or online at BryantRestorationCo.com.
Hi, I'm Julie Pratt, and I would love to help you plan for retirement. At Belgrade Financial in Deloge, we work to build a financial plan that will focus on your individual needs. Retirement doesn't have to be hard. Let me work for you. Come see me today at Belgrade Financial Services in Deloge.
Hi, I'm Sean Paul, attorney at law here in Bonne Terre, and I have an office in St. Louis. I practice in the area of bankruptcy law, Chapter 7, Chapter 13, and family law. Family law generally is child support, divorce, and other related family issues. So call me today if you need some help, 314-827-4027.
The UniTec Career Center, where we offer tomorrow's training today. We provide job training in industries that need you. Juniors and seniors from area schools can participate in great programs like radio TV, graphic design, culinary, nursing, computer networking, welding, machine tool, construction, residential wiring, computer maintenance, automotive, collision repair, outdoor power equipment, and robotics. Ask your counselor today how you can enroll at the UniTec Career Center.
We are back.
So,
Welcome
where do we
back.
want to pick up, Sawyer?
Let's pick up
Or
with
Aubrey.
the current races out of the school boards. There are two, and then we'll go into our mayoral and
Okay.
alderman races. I'll be looking on the absentee ballots. School board on the absentee ballot. For Central R3 School Board Director, there's vote for two. Ronnie Calvert is at 50 votes, and in second is David Kennard with 47 votes, holding majority, and then third is Sean Guile.
Yes, Guile.
Guile. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly.
Yes, if any of you are watching, please comment and
Please
tell
comment
us
if
how
we're
to say your
pronouncing
name.
incorrectly.
Yeah, we suck at pronunciation.
Yes, we do.
And then for North County School Board, one I got to vote in today, there's in first place is David Mallow on at least the absentee side. David Mallow with 65 votes, and in second is Dave Barr with 49. Interestingly, as earlier stated, there was an earlier election that had close enough. Adam Freudel, I believe, a business manager for the Cardinals, I believe, He has 2 kids that go to North County.
Yes, he does.
He is in third on the absentee side with 7 votes away from Barr, so he could very well overtake Barr. But it's looking like that Mallow might stay in his current position. Then let's look at the mayoral races for everywhere else. Deloge, Bonne Terre.
Well, not Bonne Terre doesn't have a
Bonne Terre doesn't. Well, Bonne Terre has some on the absentee side. Bonne Terre doesn't have mayoral races, but they do have 2 councilman races. Ward 1 is with Bruce Pratt and Harold Morgan Jr. Bruce Pratt is currently winning with 10 votes, and Harold Morgan Jr. is at a loss with 2 votes. This is just the absentee. This hasn't been updated for about 45 minutes. 2 hours.
Yes, the timestamp on this is
6:30. Hour and a half. I apologize.
Yes, almost 2 hours.
The next one.
And then we have Eric Schoenhart, a North County teacher. He teaches
someone very close to our hearts.
Very close to our hearts. He's a North County teacher for advanced government. Does he teach just regular government this year as well, or no?
I have no idea if he changed.
Well, because last year, it was before we had advanced government.
Yeah.
He taught government, and he also teaches criminal justice and corrections, a very fun class if anyone wants to take it.
Very interesting man, covering very interesting classes.
Rico, do you want to cover the Deloge mayor?
Yes. This may come to a surprise to some, but David Shaw is in the lead so far on the unofficial results with a whopping lead of 32. Tina Cater is following behind, who, if some of you may know, her husband, David Cater, has been mayor since I've been alive.
So that's
and
about
she is leading
18
with
years.
10. And then Sadler is in third with 3 votes.
I have the Deloge 1 race up right now. Deloge 1 mayor is so far still David Shaw, but he is only 50 votes ahead of Cater in the regular race for Deloge 1. I don't know if that's going by precinct. That's my precinct. I apologize. Deloge 1, David Shaw is currently winning. That is around the middle school area. Do we have results for Ward 3 yet?
Were you just, which ward were you just looking at?
Ward 1.
I have them from 2, it seems.
Deloge 2, yes.
Deloge 2.
Where the mayoral election seems to be similar. Shaw is in the lead with 86, Cater with 41, Sadler with 32.
Are we thinking that we might see an upset tonight from what we expected?
Yes. The end of the
end
Cater
of the Cater dynasty.
Yes.
Although she could always come back to win.
She could. She very much could, because these are unofficial.
Yes, these are very unofficial results. There's Deloge 3. Let me pull up Deloge 3. If it'll load. Deloge 3 for mayor, they have David Shaw, but Tina Cater is only 3 votes behind David Shaw in Deloge 3. And for alderman there, Terry Cole is beating out incumbent Jerry Hoghead Halsey. Because Mr. Cole has 120 votes to Halsey's 79. Let's go back to, let's look at, what do we want to look at? Park Hills results. Let's look at Farmington first, because Farmington has a mayoral race tonight. I'll look up Farmington 1 if you all want to look up
the rest.
Yeah. Unless I'll look up, it's not that many.
I've got you, don't worry.
Anyways, some members of Farmington actually vote for the Central School Board because they live in different parts. Right now, Calvert is in first, and Kennard is in second in the Farmington 1. Currently for mayor out there is Larry Forsyth, the incumbent, with 101 votes, and Charles Lewis in second with 23 votes. And for their councilman, it is only, I believe, an incumbent, or was he appointed? Let me see.
He is, what was the name again?
Let's see, who is that? Kennedy? Kennedy was appointed to the position.
Yes, Kennedy is an appointment.
And he's currently winning with 98.89%, and there was 1 write-in.
Wonder who they are.
We don't know.
Maybe
we will keep refreshing the pages.
And then that was Ward.
That was Ward 1 that I just went over. I'll pull up Ward 4.
I've got 2 right in front of me here.
Okay.
Forsyth is leading with 170. Lewis with 67, 1 write-in, and that is all.
Farmington 4, if you want to pull up Farmington 3.
I am right behind you on that.
Okay, Farmington Mayor for Farmington 4, Larry Forsyth is in the lead with 99 votes, and Charles Lewis is in second with 48 votes. I do not know how many people. It says there are 3,358 registered voters. Given that this is just a local election, I wouldn't expect that much of a turnout.
And that was for which ward again?
This is Ward 4.
4,
And
yes.
they currently have 2 ward races for councilmen.
Ooh.
The first one was incumbent Vanessa Pegram. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, with 121 votes, 96.03%. And then in second is appointee Kelly Kutzer, and she is currently winning as expected because write-in candidates just generally don't do well.
Maybe this year we'll see a change.
Maybe
Who
we will.
knows?
Well, we certainly will in Bismarck.
Yes, and there was a second area where it was all write-ins as well?
I'll look through there if you want to look through somewhere else.
I will cover Farmington 3 real quick.
Farmington 3.
Where for mayoral run we have Forsyth in the lead again with 62, and Lewis with 16, and no write-ins.
No write-ins
at all.
Let's see. The Leadington, I have Leadington pulled up right now. The Leadington Alderman 1 year unexpired is the other write-in. For Leadington, some of them also vote for board director. It's the same as the last two. It's Calviert and Kennard in the top.
Where are you seeing these at? Let me ask you.
Right here.
Oh yes, on here, not on the paper. I see.
For Leadington Mayor out of Leadington, because it's only 469. I believe one of the smallest. Leadington Mayor is Joseph Davis. Is he an incumbent? Yes, he is an incumbent.
He is, yes. With no opponent this year.
With no opponent this year. Leadington Alderman for a 2-year term.
Or her.
There's 2 running.
Can't judge.
Or sorry, I apologize. There are vote for 2 total votes.
Oh.
There's 1 person running. It's Steve Kinsey, and he currently has 23 votes. And then there are 27 write-in candidates. Now on the St. Francis County forums, they don't list specific people since they are write-in, so we would have to wait till the election closes out tonight and maybe look into tomorrow to see who will actually win that second spot.
Yes. You may just have to do that. Now there is something labeled the 11 of 22 precincts.
If you click on that,
where will that take us to?
Let me see. 11 of 22 precincts takes us to Deloge 1. It looks like. Which is very interesting. Or does it have everything on here? No, it just had. Oh, this is a weird part of it. Just has most of the things that are in right now.
Only on Deloge.
Everything looks the same. Oh, on this one, David Mallow and Adam Freudel are the top 2 for North County School Board. No votes for R3 for Central. From what I've seen, most people are voting yes on the combined question for the tax, the 3/8 of 1% or 3/8 of 1 cent if you want to look at it with financial gain. People are voting yes. I've seen high 80s, low 90s for that. On here also, top 3 for Health Board are Poston, Crouch, and Wheatley. So a little bit different everywhere else. We will have to wait till the official results come in for each precinct. Ooh, we have some Bismarck.
Oh.
We have some Bismarck. Ooh, fun. We'll cover some Bismarck right now if it'll load. Bismarck for the Health Board, they have Miss Damba in first with 47 votes. 10 votes behind her is Jack Poston, and in third is Debbie Hain. Right behind Debbie Hain is Miss Crouch by 1 vote. For the trustee 3-year unexpired term, they are currently voting for the appointee Rasnick with 42 to 30. For Subdistrict 2 Board Director for 911, it is currently Pratt and Gravette. On the combined question, they are also voting yes. For Bismarck Alderman 1, there have apparently been 13 write-ins. It'll be interesting to see who will tomorrow. who will win that write-in. It looks like that Amy Gale Wiley will win her seat with no write-in candidates going against her.
Let me see this.
Do we have any official results yet?
It seems like now we just play the waiting game.
We play the waiting game.
Are there any topics any of us here feel that need to be discussed? That we feel like discussing? In the meantime.
Do we want to talk about Park Hills?
What about Park Hills?
Or is there Leadwood?
There should be lead.
There is lead in the wood, yes.
There's lead in the water, too. Around here, lead in the water, there used to be mines everywhere. There still
They're
are.
working on the issue.
I know they're working on the issue. That's why we have people on the health board. They want to clean our water and make sure we don't
This is why
get
we
lead
have a health
poisoning.
board.
For Leadwood, let's see here. For Leadwood, for Health Center, they have Poston, then Damba, then Crouch, with 74, 63, and 53 votes respectively. Debbie Hain behind Crouch by 5 votes. For the trustee, they are currently voting for Rasnick, 82 to 46. Board director, it's currently Pratt and Stegall. Combined question, they are voting yes on the tax. Interesting in Leadwood here.
And which one of
for North County R1 School Board, we currently have, for the 3, we have Dave Barr with 1, Raven Larkin. Raven Larkin in first for Leadwood with 2 votes, and Adam Freudel tied second with Dave Barr with 1.
Where was this at?
Leadwood. And then for Leadwood Mayor, I believe Leadwood's mayor may have, let me look here. Leadwood's mayor, David Henry, resigned citing health issues. So this is an open seat. Currently, Ed Austin is winning with 35 votes, and behind him is Dennis M. Parks with 19. Alderperson 1 for Ward 1 is Charles Lewis. Let me keep it open on this page. Charles Lewis is the incumbent, and he is currently winning. And there is also Alderperson 2, John Vickers. John Vickers is the incumbent going up against Cindy Davis, and Cindy Davis is currently winning with 37 votes. That might be a surprise upset for tonight's election, coming out of Leadwood.
And for other local areas like Libertyville, we have, for the Health Center, we have Damba with 61, Hain with 65, Post with 33, Crouch with 92, and Wheatley with 57. So it seems to be more and more in favor of Crouch the more areas we look at.
Well, we may see Crouch. She may not be as controversial as some of us think she was.
Maybe.
I have pulled up the Terre de Lac results. In Terre de Lac, it is very, very close on the health board. In first is Poston with 58 votes, then Crouch with 57, and in third, Damba with 55 votes, looking like both incumbents will hold their seats there, and Ms. Crouch will join them if Crouch wins overall. In the unexpired term, we have Rasnick again winning. Board director, we have Stegall and Pratt. Combined question, they are voting yes on the tax. And for school board, they are voting, the top 2 are both of the incumbents, both David Mallow and Dave Barr with 23 and 22. Behind them is Freudel with 14 and Larkin with 7. These are still unofficial votes. They still have time to come in. The Terre de Lac hasn't been updated in about an hour, so we might be getting official results any time now.
Yes, let me check. And there's still no new changes, but we still have more counties to cover. Well, areas, I should say.
Do we want 22 of 22 precincts unofficial results?
Oh, that is new. I didn't notice that.
I'll go ahead and look at that.
Give us the...
It's at the very bottom.
It's at the very bottom. Do you want to talk about...
The database here seems to be a little messy.
Do you want to talk about Timberline?
Yes, I do have it pulled up somewhere within this long list. For the Health Center, we have Damba with 31, Hain with 27, Poston with 30, Crouch with 29, and Wheatley with 37.
Okay, I have pulled up the unofficial results. It says 100% of precincts are reporting, so these may be the so-called unofficial official results. Let's see. For the Health Center trustee 4-year term, with all precincts reporting, in first is Jennifer Crouch. Surprisingly, the non-incumbent. She has 1,991 votes. She's in first. Behind her is Victoria Damba, the second woman on the team with 20.62% of the votes, 1,808. And behind her is Jack Poston with 1,696 with 19.35. As more votes come in, Miss Hain might be able to overtake Poston because they are only separated by 30 votes, which would be a surprise upset to oust Poston.
And for all we know, Wheatley might become far from behind.
Yes, he might. For the unexpired term, this is actually a closer race, with Rasnick only having 52.5% of the vote and LeBrot having 47.1%. Do you want to go ahead and cover all of the 911 stuff?
For the county combined question, we have total votes 3,901. For yes, 3,294 votes, leading for 84.44%. And then no, followed far behind with 607. So it seems like it'll be a clear yes for the county combined question.
To keep the tax that will keep running our 911's call center.
The very useful tax, that.
Of course, we have board directors for in District 1, both of them are winning, both Timoray and Ginger, Mr. Porter and Miss Taylor respectively. Tim Porter is currently winning with 51, and Ginger is behind him with 47.8, but they will still both have a seat since it's voting for 2. Up in Subdistrict 2, we have Pratt in first with 1,291 votes, and Stegall in second. It looks like Mr. Gravett might be falling out of the race. He only has 13.6% of the vote, but things can still change, although I think this may be a final vote. We haven't covered this, but Jefferson County Community College trustees, they're currently holding vote for 2, and it currently looks like that Steve Meinberg and Retta Susan Tuggle, I apologize for any of those pronunciations, that those two will be winning. For board director for Central, we have vote for 2, Ronnie Calverd and David Calverd, and David Kennard winning. North County, for board directors, it looks like the incumbents might be keeping their seats.
Yes.
With Dave Mallow and Dave Barr having the highest, unless it says 100% reporting, but sometimes that's all rounded up.
Larkin seems to be very far behind with only 15%.
I believe she was the youngest out of all of our candidates.
Yes, isn't she also the most recent graduate as well?
I believe she is, yes, that's what youngest means, Rico.
Well, yes, but...
For Washington County, our 3 school board member, we didn't cover that. There are no votes in for that. For Sunrise, we didn't cover that either, but we have Hewer and O'Brien for any Sunrise School District people watching. For any Doe Run people, we have Warren Grimes currently winning. He is a write-in. He was not the write-in. Wolf Creek Fire Police Department question, I believe that's what that means.
Yes.
They're voting yes. For directors, they are voting in Wolf Creek. They are voting for Nash and Rogers. Bismarck Alderman 1 with still that 13 write-in with 100%. I wonder who will be ending up winning that one. Bismarck Alderman 2, Amanda Gale Wiley is winning, of course. Aubrey, do you want to take over for Bonne Terre?
Okay.
Yes, this is more your territory after all.
I am a Bonne Terre member. I'm a Bonne Terre citizen, and I voted in Ward 1. And Bruce Pratt is currently winning with 72% of the vote, and Harold Morgan Jr. is behind with 27.78% of the vote.
With 0 write-ins?
With 0 write-ins, yes.
For Ward 3,
Ward 3, we have Eric Schoenhart with 74.29% of the vote, and Donnie Hawkins with 25.71% of the vote.
No surprises there. Mr. Schoenhart seems like a very lovable candidate.
He's loved by his students.
He's very much loved by his
students.
students.
By his neighbors, it seems.
Yes.
Deloge Mayor seems like Rico and I's territory. Do you want to?
Yes.
Do you want me to cover Mayor and Ward 1? You cover Ward 2 and Ward 3.
Sure thing.
Okay. For Mayor, it seems like we might have an upset tonight.
Yes.
With David Shaw winning so far with 296 votes, 51.84%, a bare majority, but it's a majority nonetheless. And Tina Cater coming behind with 176. She was not able to ride on the coattails of her outgoing husband,
who is now
County Commissioner.
County Commissioner for
yes.
Northern St. Francis County.
Moving his way up.
And for Alderman 1, my ward, and Enrico's ward as well, John Wigger ran unopposed, and he is currently winning with 96.1%.
And the only other percent going to write-ins. With Ward 2, we have Kelly Farkas with 134, or 100%. So that is our first total. Well, no, that is not our first total precinct report, but that is 100% of the votes right there. Ward 3, we have Terry Cole winning with 58% of the vote, followed behind by Hoghead.
So we have
with 41.
Maybe our second upset of the night with Hoghead Halsey being ousted by Terry Cole.
Maybe.
Farmington Mayor, incumbent Larry Forsyth looks like he's going into another term with 574 votes, 73.59%, and Councilman Ward 1, David Kennedy, the incumbent, running with 99.21%.
The one write-in.
I'll go ahead and cover Ward 2, 2-year term and 2-year one.
1-year term.
1-year term. You can do 3 in both 4s. 2-year term for Ward 2. Currently, Chad Follis, he ran unopposed, is winning. And same for the 1-year term, Harry H. Peterson III ran unopposed, and he is currently winning.
For Ward 3, we have
Lennon Brunner.
Yes. Please correct us if you ever watch this. With 98% of the vote. And the total majority, it seems, with only write-ins opposing him. For 2-year term, we have Vanessa Pegram with 96%, and only write-ins opposing. For Ward 4, 1 year, we have Kutzer? Something. With 97%. For Iron Mountain Lake, councilperson Ward 1, we have no candidates with write-ins. Now, how many possible candidates did you say there were? Or did we not have a number for that?
Only vote for 1. So for Iron Mountain Lake, I apologize, council persons for Ward 1 and Ward 2, they both ran with no candidates, so it's going to be write-in elections for those two.
Yes.
For Ward 3 for the 2-year term and Ward 3 for the 1-year term, both of the unopposed candidates are winning. But surprisingly, in Ward 3 for the 2-year term, there's 30% of them are write-ins, running opposed Manning with only 69%. I find that very interesting.
Yes.
I hope we do find out the story behind why there is only one ward with somebody named in the current position.
Leadington Mayor Joseph Davis, unopposed for the 2-year term. For the Alderman, Steve Kinsey, unopposed. Actually, interestingly enough, the write-ins supersede Kinsey by 1 vote. Although
I told you things could change this year.
Although I doubt that those are all the same write-in candidates.
Yeah.
So Kinsey might win with a plurality.
Yeah, that's very true.
And then in their 1-year unexpired term, there it's just write-ins, so it's anyone's game there.
It is the year of the write-ins, it seems to be.
Yes,
around
it is.
Here.
You want to take over for Leadwood?
Yes, sure thing. For mayor, we seem to have the winner being Ed Austin with 42%. Alderperson Ward 1 is Charles Lewis with 75%. Ward 2 would happen to be Vickers with 36. Oh, sorry. Cindy Davis, I cannot read. Cindy Davis with 61%.
So I believe that's our 3rd upset of the night, with Cindy Davis beating out incumbent John Vickers.
Yes. A lot of new faces around here. For Park Hills, we have, let me make sure I get it right this time, John Clark with 47%, followed by LaChance with 20. LaChance, sorry. And then Fritz and Easter are tied.
It's very interesting seeing a 104-104 tie.
Yes.
For councilperson for wards 1, 2, 3, and 4 out of Park Hills, In Ward 1, we have Alan Coleman winning with 61 votes. Let me look over here. Park Hills. Alan Coleman is the incumbent, so he will not be ousted by Jody Joe Adams. In Ward 2, we have neither are incumbents. It's an open race. It looks like Brian Whitfield is winning with 69 votes. In Ward 3, we have Cindy Penberthy. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Penberthy, with 64% of the votes. And in Ward 4 for I almost said Potosi. This is Park Hills. For Park Hills is Donna Detmer. She is the incumbent, and she's running unopposed. So she will definitely be winning that race.
And with that, should we take a break?
We might be able to end, since even though it's unofficial, I think we have enough votes to call it. So let's just go over them real quick again.
Let me check real quick for an official.
There, I just updated. No official results as of yet. Those will probably come in tomorrow.
Yes.
So do you want me to just run through all of them real quick?
Yes, sure thing. Take it right away.
Yeah.
St. Francis County Health Center. It looks like our new board members will be incumbents. Poston and Damba will stay, with a surprise upset with Crouch winning
over Wheatley.
Or Wheatley is still behind. He's in last place.
Yeah.
Crouch is in first, superseding both incumbents, which I find very interesting. In the trustee 3 are unexpired. Rasnick is going to keep her seat. Board 1 director, both running. They are Tim Porter and Ginger Taylor are both going to stay there. David B. Pratt in Sub-District 2 for 911 board. Looks like he'll be keeping his seat and will be working with Police Officer Bill Stegall.
Ooh.
For the combined question, the county answered yes for the 3/8 of 1 cent tax to keep the county 911 center alive. For Jefferson County Community College trustees, we have Steve Meinberg and, Susan Tuggle, I apologize. They're winning that. Central R3 School Board, the 2 new members, or I don't know if they're new members.
We forgot to mention one thing. The community college trustee seems to have our second tie of the night.
Oh, second tie of the night.
Yes.
For trustees?
Yes.
For Hardin and Fontenberry, but Tugel and Meinberg will still pull through. Incumbents, Calvert and Kennard out of Central R3 will be keeping their seats. Out of North St. Francis County, it looks like incumbents David Mallow and Dave Barr will be keeping their seats, but good run by Adam Freudel and Miss Larkin tonight, with Adam Freudel almost beating Mr. Barr. He was only about 90 votes behind. For Washington County R3, there are no votes in for that. For Sunrise, Sunrise, their 2 board members will be Hewer and O'Brien. For Dome Run FPD board director, it will be Grimes. For Wolf Creek FPD question, they are voting yes. For the directors for that, it will be vote for 3. It will be Colin Rogers, Ken Nash, and Chucky Farr III. All 3 ran unopposed, so they will all 3 win their seats.
With Bismarck, Ward 1, we have only write-ins at 100%, who we do not know. Hopefully in the morning we will have a name. For Ward 2, we have Wiley. Is that her name? Yes. With it 95%. Ward 1 for Bonne Terre. Would you like to take that away?
Yes. For Ward 1 Bonne Terre, we have Bruce L. Pratt with 72.22% of the vote. And for Bonne Terre Councilman Ward 3, we have Eric Schoenhart with 74.29% of the vote. Oh my goodness.
Deloge Mayor upset tonight. David Shaw will probably be the new mayor come tomorrow morning. Well, not inaugurated tomorrow morning, but he will become the new mayor.
Officially.
Being out Tina Cater,
Unofficially.
who many thought would be able to win just purely based on name recognition, but tonight that has been proven false. Alderman 1, Wigger ran unopposed. He is winning. Alderman 2, Kelly Farkas ran unopposed. They're winning. Alderman 3, Terry Cole, an upset over Hoghead Halsey.
With a very far margin.
With a far margin of 58 to 41%. Would you like to take over Farmington?
Sure thing. Forsyth, was he an incumbent? Yes.
He's incumbent,
He's
yes.
incumbent, so he gets another year this year with a 73%. with 73% of the votes with 573. And trailing behind him is Lewis with 26%. For Ward 1 of Farmington, we have Kennedy with 99% of the vote. Ward 2 year, we have Foles. Sorry. Ward 2 1 year, we have Harry Peterson III with 99%. Ward 3, Wayne. To respect his last name, I will decline to say it. With 98%, with a write-in getting 2%. Ward 4, 2 years, we have Vanessa Pegram with 151, or 96% for those who need the numbers. For Ward 4, 1 year, we have, such
Kutzer.
Interesting last names. 97%. And Iron Mountain Lake Councilperson, Ward 1.
No candidates.
No candidates. So, well, one of the write-ins had to win tonight.
Yeah.
One of the write-ins had to win tonight, and same in Ward 2 for Iron Mountain Lake. Ward 3, Manning looks like we'll take that seat. For Ward 3, 1 year, Hard Jr. will be taking that seat. Leadington Mayor will be Joseph Davis, unopposed. First Alderman is Steve Kinsey, will be winning, even though he is superseded by the write-in votes, which I find very interesting still. The unexpired term out of Leadington, there are write-ins, so someone's going to be winning that tonight. They'll be very happy. Out of Leadwood, we have Ed Austin, probably going to be the new mayor come tomorrow morning. Alderperson Ward 1 will be Lewis, unopposed. Cindy Davis, ousting incumbent John Vickers, another upset tonight. Park Hills Mayor will be John Clark. Councilperson for Ward 1 will be Alan Coleman, the incumbent. And Ward 2, it will be Whitfield. Ward 3 will be Penberthy. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And Ward 4 will be Detmer. Very surprised with all of the upsets tonight.
Yes, it is.
But awesome local elections.
Yes, and congratulations to every write-in candidate. Hopefully we will have a name to give out sometime.
The Daily Journal will probably be reporting those.
Well, that's 10% of registered voters that we have counted.
So not everybody has gone out to vote.
Not everybody has gone to vote. And polls closed about 2 hours ago.
Yes.
So it looks like that we will only have 10% of the entire county voting today. I'd like to say that I am one of those 10%, and so is Aubrey.
And I will be voting in the next election cycle.
August,
I think it is.
Yeah.
For
something.
Primaries are usually in August, yeah.
Yes, the primaries. Then wait, we can check.
You can check on the Secretary of State's page.
Yes,
right
we
there.
sure can.
You can check the calendar on elections and voting.
Yes.
Sorry.
I am aware. My God, I am blind. Forgive me.
We're just checking on the August primaries, seeing if there's any locally or any state ones that we need to be concerned about.
It is not available, it seems.
Hold on.
It's not available?
Hold on. Oh, I'm a quick Google search.
Well, while our
we don't need
research
to Google search,
team.
Aubrey. If you want to go research that for yourself, it is going to be on the Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft from Missouri.
I will be studying the English language because I need to learn how to say last names, it seems.
Usually they have a calendar up on the page.
They do not have it this time.
Do we want to go ahead and end it?
Sure thing.
I'm Sawyer Wampler.
I'm Rico Marler.
And I'm Aubrey Brewster.
And thank you for watching us tonight. We would like to thank all of our great sponsors. Do we have
the list?
Any calendar?
Or do you have a calendar?
We do.
It's available for public elections, but there are no set
Nothing yet.
Yes.
Nothing yet for August. We will see if when it gets closer. We would like to thank all of our sponsors. Everyone have a great night. Make sure to like, subscribe, click that little bell to get notifications every time a hot seat is posted or if we go live with another ball game.
That reminds me. Hopefully, we will have a hot seat with some of the new incoming victors. I should say.
Some of the new incoming victors. That would be very interesting.
It would.
Thank you all for